Hello students, welcome to Biology Reward. Myself Om Prakash Katte, and today we are discussing chapter respiration in plant, and topic of the discussion is glycolysis. Glyco and lysis, there are the two terms. Glyco is means glucose and lysis it means breaking or splitting. So when molecule of the glucose, which is the 6 carbon atom molecule, it's convert or it break up into the two molecules of pyruvic acid. Pyruvic acid the 3 carbon atom compound. So glycolysis is what? It is the process in which glucose is split up and it form the simple molecule. It is called glycolysis. So glycolysis term glyco it means glucose and lysis it means breaking of the glucose. So what happened in this process? The sequence of reaction in which glucose 6 first carbon atom compound is broken down into the two molecules of pyruvic acid. So this process is called the glycolysis. This glycolysis process also commonly known as EMP pathway. It is also known as EMP pathway because the name of the discoverer. Three scientists by Gustav Embeden, Otto Meyerhoff and J. Parnas. So thus three scientists Embeden, Meyerhoff and Parnas. On the basis of the name of the discoverer, it is also known as EMP pathway. And this glycolysis, the first stage is breakdown of the glucose. In this process, it does not require presence of oxygen and there is no output of the carbon dioxide also. In glycolysis, it's occur in cytoplasm of the cell. It is a prokaryotic cell or eukaryotic cell. So in cytoplasm of the cell, the glycolysis processes occur. And this glycolysis occur in both respiration, anaerobic respiration also and aerobic respiration also. So glycolysis is a first step of the aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Then in the glycolysis, series of reactions are occur and this series of reactions are in 10 reactions. It's involved the series of the 10 reactions and these reactions are controlled by the specific enzyme. It means in glycolysis large number of enzymes are involved and the steps which are in the glycolysis we are keeping them in the 10 reaction. There are the 10 reaction in the glycolysis. Overall these 10 reaction of the glycolysis we are dividing into the three categories. So as I told you 10 reaction occur in the glycolysis and they are grouped in the three categories. One, it's called activation or phosphorylation of the glucose molecule. Simply we can understand what is phosphorylation of glucose molecule. A molecule of glucose is bind with the phosphorus molecule. It bind with the phosphorus molecule. So when molecule of glucose is react with the phosphorus molecule, then it is called phosphorylation of the glucose molecule. So this is the first step. And second step of the glycolysis is cleavage or fragmentation. In these large molecules are break up and they convert into the smaller molecule. So this is called the cleavage or fragmentation. And third is oxidation. As I mentioned, here is the no role of the, here as it does not require the presence of oxygen, but here it is an oxidation. What is oxidation? Either used adding of the oxygen or removal of hydrogen. So here removal of hydrogen take place. So thus in glycolysis there are total 10 reactions and these 10 reactions we are keeping are categorized in the three group and this first group is phosphorylation of the glucose. As I have told you, phosphorylation it means addition of glucose with phosphate. So in glycolysis phosphorylation occur in the two places. First place, glucose converted into glucose 6 phosphate. So here phosphate is added. It is phosphorylation. Then glucose 6 phosphate is converted into the fructose 6 phosphate. So it is isomerization. And second phosphorylation occur when fructose 6 phosphate, it convert into the fructose 1,6 biphosphate or diphosphate by presence of the phosphofructokinase enzyme. So here phosphorylation, it means addition of phosphorus molecule, and when glucose is converted into glucose 6 phosphate, one phosphate is added. And second, fructose 6 phosphate converted into the fructose 1,6 diphosphate. Here also phosphorus is added. So it is for one process, phosphorylation. Second process, as I have mentioned, cleavage. It means breaking up large molecule into the simple form or simple molecule. And where the cleavage take place? Fructose 1,6 biphosphate is converted into PGAL and DHAP molecule. Later we will discuss the detail of this one. So here when 1,6 biphosphate molecule, it is the large molecule. Fructose 1,6 biphosphate molecule, it's a convert into PGAL molecule and DHAP molecule. So it is the cleavage. DHAP molecule later again it isomerized to form the PGAL. Okay. So here it is the cleavage. And third process I told you, oxidation. So three category, last is oxidation, it means removal of the hydrogen. So oxidative phosphorylation occur, it means dehydrogenation is occur. Here PGAL molecule is oxidized by removal of hydrogen and simultaneous phosphorylation of the product resulting 1,3-di-PGA is formed. ATP synthesis take place, di is converted into 3-PGA. Isomerization is also occur. Dehydration, PGA loses the molecule of water and get converted to the PEPA. And ATP synthesis, that PEPA is converted into pyruvic acid by the removal of the phosphate group. So these all the process, it's involve the oxidation. So thus three categories of the first category phosphorylation, second category is the that is the cleavage, and third category in the glycolysis is oxidation. So now we have to understand detail about the process of glycolysis stepwise. In glycolysis, first step is given the in this one you will say process of glycolysis is sucrose. Student, in photosynthesis, glucose is formed by the process of photosynthesis in the leaf, but the glucose is converted into starch, and then the starch converted into sucrose. Okay, so this sucrose molecule which is present in the leaf, it's converted into glucose and fructose. Sucrose is converted into glucose and fructose in presence of invertase enzyme. So we are getting the glucose from the sucrose. This glucose is enter into the glycolytic pathway, it means glycolysis process. What is the source of glucose? The source of glucose is sucrose, and this glucose is enter into the cytoplasm because glycolysis is occur in the cytoplasm. Now what happen? When the glucose enter into glycolytic pathway, it means in cytoplasm, glucose get phosphorylation. Phosphorylation, as I already have explained. So glucose get phosphorylated. It means combined with the phosphorus molecule and it convert into glucose 6 phosphate. Glucose convert into glucose 6 phosphate due to the phosphorylation in the presence of hexokinase enzyme. So we are writing first step of glycolysis, glucose convert into the glucose 6 phosphate in presence of hexokinase enzyme. This is the first. In this process, one ATP molecule is used. So one ATP molecule is used yearly. Later we will discuss how many ATP are used. So here first step, when glucose convert into glucose 6 phosphate, then one ATP molecule is utilized or used and it convert into ADP. This is the first step of the glycolysis. So simply we can write glucose convert into glucose 6-phosphate in the presence of hexokinase enzyme. In this process, one ATP molecule is utilized. So this is the first step. Now second step is the glucose 6-phosphate. It convert into fructose 6-phosphate. Glucose 6-phosphate convert to fructose 6-phosphate and enzyme name is isomerase enzyme. So second step is glucose 6-phosphate. It convert into fructose 6-phosphate in the presence of isomerase enzyme. This is the second step. Now third step is the fructose 6-phosphate. It convert into fructose 1,6-diphosphate. It means here again phosphorylation occur and then one ATP molecule is utilized or used when fructose 6-phosphate convert into fructose 1,6-biphosphate. So during the phosphorylation, I told you where the phosphorylation process, here I have discussed children. First glucose convert into the glucose 6-phosphate, here phosphorylation occur. And second fructose 6-phosphate, it convert into the fructose 1,6-diphosphate. So this cycle, here you will see, in this cycle we are touching the phosphorylation is occur in two places. Glucose convert into glucose 6-phosphate, there ATP is used phosphorylation. And second, fructose 6-phosphate when converted into fructose 1,6-biphosphate, here also ATP used, that is phosphorylation here. Now, next step is the fructose 1,6-biphosphate. Fructose 1,6-biphosphate splitting occur. It is the large molecule. It is 6 carbon atom molecule. And this 6 carbon atom molecule is split up. It means cleavage is occur. And when fructose 1,6-biphosphate is cleavage is occur here, it's split up. So this form the two molecule. Glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate 1 PGAL it is called. And second it is the dihydroxyacetone phosphate. Which molecules are formed? Glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, it is called the PGAL, and dihydroxyacetone phosphate. These two molecules are formed by the splitting of fructose 1,6-diphosphate. This one same we have discussed in the cleavage. Here you will see. In cleavage what happened? This fructose 1,6-biphosphate is split up and what it is formed? PGAL and DHAP. So these same things I am discussing here. So in this process also you can see the fructose 1,6-biphosphate is converted into glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate and one molecule of dihydroxyacetone phosphate. So DHAP and this is PGAL. So thus it is called the splitting of the fructose 1,6-diphosphate into PGAL molecule and DHAP molecule. Then DHAP molecule later it's converted into the PGAL molecule. So this is the next step. Now what happened? The PGAL molecule, this process, sixth step what happened? 3-phosphoglyceraldehyde it convert to 1,3-diphosphoglyceric acid in presence of dehydrogenase enzyme. So this PGA which is formed, it means glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, it utilize the NADP molecule. So this NADP molecule is utilized and NADPH molecule is formed. In such cases, this glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, it's a convert into 3-phosphoglyceraldehyde is converted into 1,3-diphosphoglyceric acid in the presence of dehydrogenase enzyme. So this is the sixth step. Then this 1,3-biphosphoglyceric acid, it convert into the 3-phosphoglyceric acid. So 1,3 diphospho, two phosphate group are there. Diphosphoglyceric acid convert to 3-phosphoglyceric acid. It means one phosphate molecule is released. So in such cases, 1,3 biphosphoglyceric acid in the presence of kinase enzyme, it convert into the 3-phosphoglyceric acid. So here ATP formation take place. Earlier we learned the step number 1 where the glucose convert into glucose 6-phosphate, 1 ATP used. Then fructose 6-phosphate convert to fructose 1,6 biphosphate, there also ATP used. But here when 1,3 biphosphoglyceric acid convert into 2-phosphoglyceric acid, one ATP molecule is formed. New molecule of ATP is formed. Now this 3-phosphoglyceric acid, it convert into 2-phosphoglyceric acid. Molecules are given earlier that we are not discussing. So 3-phosphoglyceric acid, now what happened? It convert into 2-phosphoglyceric acid. Later this 2-phosphoglyceric acid, it convert into phosphoenol pyruvate in the presence of enolase enzyme. So 2-phosphoglyceric acid or glycerate, it convert into phosphoenol pyruvate, PEP. So phosphoenol pyruvate, it is called in the presence of enolase enzyme. So once the phosphoenol pyruvate is formed, then it convert into pyruvic acid in presence of pyruvate kinase enzyme. So in this process also, when the 2-phospho is phosphoglyceric acid, phosphoenol pyruvate, when it convert into the pyruvic acid, here also one molecule of ATP is formed. So overall what happens, children? Directly if you will see, the two molecules, total 2 molecule of ATP are used and 2 molecule of ATP are produced. Okay. Similarly, the 4 molecules of ATP will be used, because here 2 and 4, 2 ATP molecule are used, but 4 molecule of ATP. When the 1,3 biphosphoglyceric acid convert, then 2 ATP are formed here, and here also when phosphoenol pyruvate is formed, 2 ATP molecules. So total directly 4 ATP molecules are formed and 2 ATP molecule are utilized. Similarly, here it is NAD is converted into the NADPH. So 2 molecules of NADPH are produced. So later we are coming the total calculation of this molecule. So overall in glycolysis there are the 10 steps and 10 reaction. In this 10 reaction, glucose is converted into pyruvic acid and 2 molecule of pyruvic acid are formed. So this process is called the glycolysis. So in glycolysis, now it is the one reaction, net reaction of the glycolysis. One glucose molecule is utilized, 2 ADP plus 2 NADP. Okay, 2 ADP plus 2 NADP. It means the 2 NADP molecule is produces the NADPH molecule 2, and 2 ADP are utilized. 2 ATP are utilized and 2 ATP are produced. So overall what happened in the process? One glucose molecule convert into 2 molecule of pyruvic acid. First you understand this. And second, net of gain ATP. So their total, you will see 2 molecule of NADH2 are formed. Where these are formed? When glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate convert into NADPH. So in this process 2 NADH molecule are formed. Second, 2 NADPH molecule, NADH2 molecules are formed. So by each molecule of NADP, 3 ATP are produces. So there 2 NADH2 molecule will form the 6 ATP. Then similarly, 4 ATP are directly formed. Where the 4 ATP are directly formed? So in these reactions we can see here when the 1,3 biphosphoglyceric acid, okay, it convert into the 3-phosphoglyceric acid. In this process 2 ATP are formed. And then phosphoenol pyruvate, when it convert into the pyruvic acid, in this process also 2 molecules of ATP are formed. So thus total 4 ATP molecules are directly produced. So total net conclusion is directly produce 4 ATP and 6 ATP come from the 2 molecule of NADH2. Okay, so total are 10. Out of 10, 2 ATP molecules are utilized. Where these are utilized? So this reaction you can see. In this reaction, when glucose convert into glucose 6-phosphate, 1 ATP is used. And fructose 6-phosphate when convert into fructose 1,6 biphosphate. So the overall in this process 2 ATP are utilized and total 10 ATP are produced. So what is the benefit? Net benefit of the molecule of ATP is 8 molecules is a benefit of ATP in glycolysis. So it is net reaction of the glycolysis. In this, after the glycolysis, what is formed? It's from the pyruvic acid. So when pyruvic acid is formed, this pyruvic acid now is utilized by the cellular activity of the cell, and it is called fat of the pyruvic acid. Fat, it means use. What is the importance of pyruvic acid? This fat of the pyruvic acid depend on the cellular need of cell. So this pyruvic acid which is formed by the glycolysis is used for lactic acid fermentation. In anaerobic respiration as well as in prokaryotic and unicellular eukaryotic organism, this pyruvic acid is converted into lactic acid. Later we will see in the detail. Second, alcoholic fermentation. Pyruvic acid is used for the production of alcohol, ethanol. And third, this pyruvic acid which is formed utilized in the aerobic respiration. So in aerobic respiration, it is utilized, number one, it is utilized in the alcohol fermentation, and this pyruvic acid also utilized for the formation of lactic acid. So these are the fat of the fat of the fat of the pyruvic acid. Now before that, this one you can see fat of the pyruvic acid. So glucose when converted into pyruvic acid, this process is called glycolysis. And this glycolysis, 2 molecules of pyruvic acid are produced. So this pyruvic acid is used oxygen, then it's called help for the aerobic respiration. So pyruvic acid go for the aerobic respiration. Pyruvic acid, if oxygen is not used there, so this go for the anaerobic respiration. Okay, so pyruvic acid help for the lactic acid fermentation. It help for the alcohol production. Anaerobic respiration, we will see alcohol is formed, and pyruvic acid also help for aerobic respiration. So these are the fate of the pyruvic acid. And now the glycolysis, what is the important? So as I told you, total net of ATP 8 molecules are produced. So as glycolysis metabolism also anaerobic, 2 production can be continued in the absence of oxygen. So in this process, the production of ATP occurs continuously in the absence of oxygen, and production is very rapid, very fast process where the production of ATP occur. But it has some disadvantages. It has some disadvantage. It include the low ATP per yield per molecule of the glucose. So very less molecule of the ATP are formed. So total we have learned from 1 molecule of glucose in glycolysis, net 8 ATP molecules is benefited with total 10 are formed, 10 ATP, and 2 ATP are utilized in the glycolysis. So net benefit 8 molecule. Metabolic acidosis from the buildup of the lactic acid. So in some cases when oxygen is lacking, in such cases the pyruvic acid is changed into the lactic acid. So fat of the pyruvic acid we have discussed. So in such process lactic acid is formed. So this is all about the glycolysis process. Thank you for watching this one.